We spent our second day in the Tjoritja West MacDonnell Ranges National Park, exploring some of the other gorges and places of interest. We chose not to visit Simpson Gap and Standley Chasm as they were almost back to the Alice. We certainly had no trouble filling our day around our camp area. The entry to Glen Helen Gorge is through the Discovery Resort's Glen Helen. The resort has been, quote, temporarily closed, unquote, since mid-2023 due to water supply concerns. At the time of publishing this video, there is no scheduled reopening date. Ochre is a highly significant coloured earth used for ceremony, dance, decoration and burial rites throughout Australia. It is integral to Dreamtime creation stories and has been collected here for thousands of years. It is still collected from this site and used by the Western Aranda People, whom we acknowledge as the traditional owners. This is the Ochre Pit, sacred to the traditional owners. Not allowed to touch it or take anything. $5,000 fine. Just beautiful. A 1.1 kilometre walk from the car park over a fairly rocky formed track brings us to Serpentine Gorge. Just look at this, it is specky. Probably in the middle of the photos now, you can actually see some cycads or little palms up there. Video, of course, photos can never ever give you the true perspective of height, but this is just beautiful. You look up and you wonder what the hell that tree is growing on and living on. Having a really bad cold for nearly a week. Karen's back up to about 75% today. Laughing. We're not exactly hitting a big pace. We did a reasonable pace on the way in, but now on the way out, just a bit slower. This flood debris is about 3 metres above the water and another 2 metres up the tree. So it's obviously we get a pretty big flood here. Came up and he moved, so he must be all right. After a long and tiring day, we drove to Mt Sonder Lookout for an overview of the country we've been exploring, before heading back to camp for a drink and a fire with Discovery 5 Owners Australia Facebook group friends Ben and Bev, and of course another stunning red centre sunset. Tomorrow we move on to Hermannsburg.